East of the city, the mountains of Jerusalem plummet dramatically 3,600 feet to the lowest point on earth, the Dead Sea. In the intense heat of Israel's barren Judean desert, David fled from King Saul, seeking refuge in the mountain caves. John the Baptist lived on locusts and wild honey, and here Jesus rejected the temptations of the devil. For thousands of years, the Judean desert held secrets buried in its sands. In 1947, a young Bedouin shepherd threw a stone into a cave and was startled by the sound of breaking pots. This sound echoed around the world. He had stumbled on the greatest archaeological find of the century, the Dead Sea Scrolls. Unaware of their value, the Bedouins sold the scrolls to an antique dealer in Bethlehem. On November 23rd, Elazar Sukenik, professor of archaeology at the Hebrew University in Jerusalem, received an urgent phone call from a friend, an Armenian antique dealer from Jerusalem's Old City. It was urgent. He had something of possible interest, and he insisted that they meet. The next morning, Sukenik and his friend traveled to Bethlehem, and there purchased 3 of the scrolls that the Bedouin shepherd had sold to the antique dealer. During the following months, Sukenik and a small team at the Hebrew University began the delicate task of unrolling scrolls molded together by 20 centuries of decomposition. Sukenik was amazed to find both a Hebrew manuscript of the prophet Isaiah, 1,000 years older than any existing original biblical text, and a strange document that told of a 40-year apocalyptic war in which the sons of light defeated the sons of darkness. Marveling at what he read, Sukenik's thoughts turned to the mysterious Jewish sect mentioned by writers of antiquity, the Essenes. News of the discovery intoxicated scholars, and Bedouins and archaeologists raced to search the area. They were not to be disappointed. In Cave 4 alone, they found 15,000 fragments belonging to about 500 scrolls. The Rockefeller Museum building in Jerusalem became home to the numerous fragments of disintegrating parchment collected from 11 caves. The scribe's art has changed little down to our own day. Scrolls are still written by hand on the same kind of treated leather hides. The scrolls never refer to the sect as the Essenes, but simply as the community of the New Covenant, the elect of Israel, or the followers of the teacher of righteousness, and describe the spiritual nature of their life. As the scroll of the community rule reads,
"And when his flesh is sprinkled with purifying water and sanctified by cleansing water, it shall be made clean by the humble submission of his soul to all the precepts of God."
Besides baptism, there were other similarities between the Christians and the Essenes. Like the community in Qumran, the early Christians also sought the seclusion of the desert, searching for a monastic life of contemplative solitude. The similarities between the Qumran sect and early Christian communities sparked the imaginations of scholars around the world. Might John the Baptist have been an Essene? Could Jesus himself have been a member of the sect? And perhaps here, by the rugged shores of the Dead Sea, were to be found the very origins of Christianity. But is this picture too simple? The military nature of the settlement, with its fortified watchtower, does not fit the image of peaceful monks. Some scholars now believe that Qumran was in fact a stronghold of Jewish zealots who rebelled against Roman occupation. As evidence, some point to the sectarian scrolls found in the nearby Masada fortress. The deciphering of thousands of scroll fragments is near completion, yet the mysteries still remain. Who really lived in Qumran, and why did they retreat to the harsh desert wilderness? Whatever the outcome of the academic debates, and beyond the excitement of new discoveries, it is clear the words of this ancient community have already given our world much to contemplate.